this video is just showing you live in Montana, you know, what I've showed. We and you'll see it then operate more traditionally how a true rover would operate. Building a name here, right? Choosing internet rover, making sure that I choose NTRIP yes if it was turned off. Once again, then double checking your NTRIP username and password, because that username and password is case sensitive. And if it's not typed in right through any manufacturer, it will cause failure. And then when we're done here, I'm going to show you one more powerful tool that we use as support personnel, but we also encourage end users to use this to verify your credentials and the network's working, and that's called Lefebure NTRIP client. But I'll show you that here in just a second. But here you see we punched in the name and the password. Can't stress that it is case sensitive, and make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's here. That the IP address is correct. The port is 2101. And then we're just going to double check everything and hit enter. So once we do that, we're going to take that, modify that into a survey style. Again, that's all the way down in settings and then survey styles. I would encourage you always take a survey style that you already were working with, because you know that's working, or you can hit new and then give it a good logical name. I would stick, we call this VRS rover, but I would stick with the MTSRN_SB or NTSRN_VRS rover. It's just that way you know it's for that particular network. Under rover options, again, your broadcast format dictates everything. And so we're going to change that to be what we say we want. I would, again, stress for 90% of the folks out here, you would just use VRS RTCM or VRS CMR. It just works. Your base is virtualized, or mitigates the PPM error within the network. That's awesome. RTCM, again, for manufacturers that are not Trimble, and then CMR for Trimble folks. However, if you saw that a Trimble receiver can use RTCM. Under here, the radio, because this is not an emulator, you notice I had to switch it to internet connection, and that's how it was done. And then you choose your connection that you built. Then you hit accept once you choose it. And then once you have built a proper survey style with the broadcast format, and you've chosen the correct GNSS correction source, and you've chosen the correct GNS internet source, which is usually internal, what we call controller internal. And you'll see me choose that here by hitting the right arrow under GNS internet to controller internet. Again, you're 90%, 99% of the time is going to be controller internet, or you'll choose receiver internet modem if you stick the SIM card directly into the receiver. While we're talking about that, understand that most SIM cards will not work on any legacy receiver, because all these network providers have gone to 4G, 5G cards only. You can see here that I'm now going to hit measure and choose that style. And then it shows the GNSS corrections, and then go hot. Pay attention that up here, the globe will start spinning. A lot of people think they pair it up with their MiFi. You can sort on distance also, understand that. For those who said it wasn't working, it is now working, so understand that that is now working. That was one of the pre-questionnaires. Now that I'm opening the connection, see the globe is red X. You will see it spin and get a green X checkbox. That means it's good. It's got internet coming in. So again, if that globe had a red X, double check your hotspot or your MiFi, your internal SIM, and you can see we're hot here right outside our office, and you can see that I'm hitting MTSU there because I chose single base here, right? And then the PRS, like the FAQ mentioned, contrary to what people, there is a pseudo-random station that was generated from NTSU. I'm going to now simulate going VRS. And again, that's based on the broadcast format. So you would have to edit your survey style or create a new one. And I would encourage you not editing your survey style like I'm doing here. We're professionals and we do this all the time. I keep it simple. Build the survey style, name it for single base, name it for VRS, and that way no one's editing them and making mistakes. You see, I chose the broadcast format for VRS CMR, and then therefore my mounts will be VRS CMR. So once I choose my style and I hit next and hit accept, because I told it to prompt, by the way, here. If you don't tell it to prompt, it just goes right in and builds the mounts. And you only see the regional mounts like we showed for Southwest, South Central, Northwest, North, etc. And we know that we are in the Southwest. And so by choosing Southwest and going hot, by hitting accept, I will connect to the network, see the globe is red X, and then it starts to spin, which means it's getting internet. Then once it gets internet, it will say waiting for information from the base, and you're hot.